Explaining the new cinematic as best as I can, we open up with a voice.
Mortals should not meddle with the power of gods.
This voice is Zahen, desperately trying to tell Zenzho that I am not your answer. Do not look to me for your salvation. Zahen is currently the darkened glaive, and in the last motion comic we saw Zahen again telling Zenzho to not look to the darkened weapons to save the day. What we see in this comic was a vision from Leblanc to groom Zenzho into wanting to grab onto and merge with the darkened. Zahen desperately tells him not to. Zenzho and Yunara fight Otacon and Leblanc within a temple within the spirit realm that has been keeping the darkened glaive locked away. The bad guys got there first. Zenzho realizes that the temple defenses and Yunara have fallen, so he musters what remains of his energy and charges Otacon, only to be impaled by one of the demon's arms. As Otacon goes to strike Zenzho, Yunara blocks it with one of her orbs. This is when Zenzho realizes what must be done. He makes contact with the darkened glaive and meets a man within the white realm. This is a human form of Zahen, the first look we have at a pre-ascended and human darkened. Again, Zahen tries to convince Zenzho that this is not his solution. He cannot be what will save him. That's why Zahen has such a look of pity or sadness as Zenzho fades away. This was Zin's sacrifice. You have to understand, he saw the destruction of Demacia and the death of his king. People are saying this isn't fitting for Zin because his character revolves around the Jarvans, but it makes perfect sense. To Zenzho, he was the final line of defense between this demon and the Demacia he loved so much. It makes perfect sense. The new creature, who is presumably Zahen taking over Zenzho, then one-shots Otacon and looks over to Yunara. That's where their story ends for now. Now for the Leblanc scene. It seems she orchestrated this whole thing just to get the glaive into the hands of a worthy host, and then to see if a darkened could kill a demon. The answer was yes. They can. So that to her means that Swain and his demon Rom can also die. And that's why we see the six-eyed raven on her wall. I have so much more to say on this cinematic and I want to make a full-on video. You're welcome to sub on that other site. I'm working on more long-form content. If you have questions though, feel free to ask and I will get to them.